In today's video, I'll be talking about one of my favorite topics, aquatic plants. As you guys know, unlike other fancy guppy breeders, I breed my fish in heavily planted aquariums, and today I'll explain the great benefits you can get from keeping live plants in your tanks. Today I'll not be pointing out things on my aquariums, but rather go outside and show you guys what I'm talking about on a real example from the nature. It is best for understanding the important role of aquatic plants in the water ecosystem, as we can clearly see how Mother Nature deals with problems like, for example, water filtration, oxygenating the water, providing hiding spaces for fish, etc. First of all, heavy aquatic vegetation, as you can see on the example of this small lake, works as a massive filtration system. In the aquariums, when the nitrate levels become toxic for our fish, we usually do water change. In the floating rivers, water change is happening basically all the time, but what about small lakes with still water like this one, when the water is not moving? Well, here's when the role of aquatic plants become important. Plants remove nitrates from the water and use also organic waste produced by fish for their growth. This way the water is biologically filtered all the time, providing healthy environment for the fish and other aquatic animals in this biotope. Another important thing is oxygenating the water. In the aquariums we can easily add air stone or other oxygenator to the water to make sure that there is enough oxygen for our fish, so they are not gasping for air. However, once again, how can the water be oxygenated and healthy for such a massive fish to live in this small lake where the water is not moving at all? The answer for this question is once again the aquatic vegetation. Similarly as vegetation on the land, aquatic plants perform photosynthesis and release oxygen into the water column. In our aquariums, air stones and pumps can be useful. However, aquatic plants chemically saturate O2 into the water, what's much more effective and once again provides enough oxygen for the fish and other creatures living in this biotope. Another massive advantage of live plants is that they reduce algae. Many people falsely think that plants actually promote the growth of algae on them, and the opposite is actually true. Many of you guys always ask me how I keep my tanks scaped and algae free, and the answer is once again aquatic plants. They have the ability to compete with algae for the key nutrients in the water, like for example iron, nitrates, potassium, etc. And this way they basically outcompete the algae. Without necessary nutrients in the water, algae have nothing to use for its growth. You can see on this small lake that even though it has around 12 hours of direct sunlight, the water is clear and algae free. Green water can be actually beneficial for your fish as well. However, if you're escaping your aquarium, you want to have crystal clear and healthy water, and live plants can help you accomplish that. However, only fast-growing plants like for example stem plant varieties are able to do this. Slow-growing plants like for example Anubias would really struggle, and that is one of the reasons why in many cases slow-growing plants get covered by algae, as they do not use the nutrients and the nitrates quickly enough, leaving enough nutrients for algae to grow. Last but not least, plants provide natural hiding spaces for fry to get away from predators or, for example, for fish to get some shade during the hot sunny days. They are also providing protecting sanctuary for the fish and many times serve purpose for breeding, as many fish species return to these heavily planted areas to spawn, like for example these common breams that you can see on a video. So next time you'll be in your local fish store thinking about whether getting live plants is a good idea for your aquarium, think about this video and get inspired by our amazing Mother Nature. You can clearly see that live plants are a super beneficial part of the aquatic ecosystem, providing great benefits for your aquatic creatures.